Yeah, Avengers always has like this bland look where you can see everything. But it's not that interesting.
And just FYI, man, we're 2 weeks into the movie release. You know, and if you're not expecting any spoilers, just turn off this. Go somewhere else and watch.
End game spoilers.
Yeah, just so forewarning, we're just gonna spoil the fuck out of the movie. I do have to give you an apology for trolling on one of your Facebook posts a little bit.
One of mine?
Yeah, when you said something, I can't remember what you said.
Oh, it was that meme.
Yeah.
Yeah, you were trolling hard. I stopped.
I didn't troll. I didn't troll that hard. I mean, I think when you saw my first post, my first comment, I think you had this weird suspicion that I was gonna start trolling just a little.
I knew it was about to get real, and I was like, I'm gonna back out of this conversation real quick.
Here comes Chau, and then it just drops a bomb, and then it's like, yep, there it is, and then there's the meme, and then it's like you kind of figure out my pattern of behavior, and yeah, I think I got one of your buddies worked out. So nothing personal, nothing but love. But I'm gonna wholeheartedly disagree with our compadres on the whole Captain Marvel spiel. Like that movie's not worth defending. I haven't seen it. I saw the movie, and I know I did not go see it in the theaters. Don't ask me where I saw it.
Pornhub.
Yeah. Pornhub. I saw it on Pornhub.
I get it.
I get it. Everything's for free there.
That version wasn't real though, Chau. That was. Yeah.
From what I saw, it was pretty well. It had the Marvel logo going. It's like authenticity. It's like it's been authenticated in the movie. So it's all good. So I'm gonna quickly start off with Captain Marvel and what my thoughts are. So anybody says this movie was really good has got their head up their ass. Just my personal opinion. Don't take it personal. Just take it with a grain of salt.
And I can't really comment.
It's got the weakest fight scenes ever.
Really?
Yeah, it's so weak, so bland. You look at any of the other previous Marvel cinematic movies. It's well choreographed. Civil War is a prime example where Falcon swoops in and does like this aerial spin kick, and the camera does not move away. It doesn't shake. It doesn't do any of this. And then one of the issues that I had with Captain Marvel was, aside from her bland personality, it almost felt like the movie couldn't figure out what it wanted to be. Did you want to be a Guardians of the Galaxy, or are you trying to be a first Avenger?
Right. I see what you're saying.
Because every movie had a different director. They were bringing in their own flair. Because one of the things that I got from it was playing this old '90s song. I can't who the fuck listens to '90s songs these days?
First of all, I love '90s songs.
I'm not knocking
so you
on.
Can kiss my ass with that, sir.
Continue, please. You took that a little personally.
That's because the '90s were one of the best times for music ever. Literally.
Name one song.
Teen
a lot of teen
spirit. Smells like Teen Spirit.
What the fuck is that?
It's Nirvana.
Okay.
One of the biggest bands ever.
Are they still around?
No.
I guess they're not so big.
He killed himself. You terrible person.
I don't keep up.
Oh my god.
I don't.
Jesus. We're so good then. Jesus.
Okay, hold on. Hang on. Hold up. I don't keep up with pop culture.
Okay.
All
right. I mean, that wasn't really pop culture. That was
band culture, rock culture, whatever. I didn't keep up with it.
Okay. Well, it was the number one song of the '90s, if I believe.
Yeah.
Smells Like Teen Spirit, and they had a whole bunch of other songs too.
Hearts and prayers to the family of the band member who died. Dude, don't cry, man. Please don't cry. Don't cry. You gave me that look, and then your eyes started shining. It's like, oh shit, is he really crying?
We lost him, man. Yeah, it's fine. It's been a while.
God, I'm gonna get a lot of shit for saying that.
Probably. A lot of people are gonna make fun of you.
Yeah.
Jesus. What the fuck was that, yo?
Oh, fuck.
What the fuck was that, yo?
Damn, man, his spirit has got something against me now.
Yeah.
Oh,
that's
shit.
Exactly what that was.
All right. I'm
you're
sorry.
Gonna learn today, Chau.
Yeah. So Captain Marvel, very weak choreography. Aside the scrolls from, coming off like a big badass. I'm sorry. I saw an interview with the directors. Where they were trying to break down a train scene, and I thought it was pretty stupid that it was one that is on Vanity Fair YouTube channel.
Okay.
Yeah, we're gonna break down the train scene, and I'm thinking who hasn't seen a train scene already? There's a lot of superhero movies with the train scene.
Yeah,
I don't
train
know.
series have been popular for a while.
It's been overdone.
Yeah.
In my opinion.
Maybe someone did something cool with it.
It did nothing cool with it. It's just a fight in a train scene, and she punched the grandma, and she's talking about like, look, you couldn't tell she's sweet and innocent looking, and I'm thinking in my head like, nah, she looks like a fucking creepy old lady. You know, there's nothing sweet, and then they're acting like this is something we have never seen before. I don't know. Have you not seen Legion? Where they're in that goddamn diner, and that
sounds pretty awesome.
Your baby's gonna burn in hell, you know, or something along those lines. And it's just, that's what first thing popped is like, that's that lady from Legion. You know, like fucking put a bullet in her head, and get it. So I don't think, I'm pretty much convinced that these directors, and I say that with the plural because it's two of them, don't know what the fuck they're doing.
Okay.
I'm not convinced.
What have they done before?
I don't know. Well, I saw their IMDb, more drama, lighthearted comedy, because I did kind of see I did check out their resume. And it's hard to pin it on Marvel because they've been experimenting with indie film directors since the beginning of the actual MCU. Because Jon Favreau, who directed the first Iron Man, he's got an indie film. Like, he comes straight out of indie film. Right. The Russo brothers, straight out of Tiki. They all are right out of, and it's, I guess, unfortunately, it's with these two, it's you missed your mark.
Right. And that can happen.
Yeah. I mean, so am I surprised? No. Am I disappointed? Yeah. Because I really wanted the movie to be good, and it was just bland. It was bland as fuck. And then, when I looked back at some of the reviews that I was seeing, like, you type in Captain Marvel review, you will see nothing but negative reviews.
Really?
Don't even say, oh, good reviews. Don't say bad reviews. Just say reviews.
Okay.
And then you'll see the thumbnails just like, what the fuck faces. Just, I mean, the thumbnails on these YouTube channels are memes onto themselves. Like, it tells you everything you need to know.
Well, I've seen a lot of people say the same type of thing about End Game, the newest movie.
Yeah.
Because it is a fun movie, and it's cool, and it's a cool ending. But if you really think about the movie, it is kind of stupid, and
it is,
and kind of just a lot of it's fan service, and a lot of it is just
what were you expecting?
I know. It's
like,
which I enjoy, but yeah, when you stop to think about it, you're like, yeah, that scene really didn't make sense, did it?
Yeah,
like that's like half that movie.
You're in the moment. Oh, and if you haven't seen it, man, plan your bathrooms accordingly, man, because 3 hours.
Yeah,
do not drink.
I was trying to get that badge to where you didn't go pee during it, and I couldn't do it. Yeah, there's no way. There's no breaks or anything. Like, it's a straight shot. The movie did start off pretty slow. It started off really weird.
Yeah,
with the whole killing of Thanos thing in like the first 10 minutes. I was very surprised. I was like, well, this movie's over. I don't understand what they just did there.
Yeah, because that's what I told my buddy Gabe, who was who went to go check it out with me and whatnot, and I was like, I wonder how this movie's gonna progress now.
Yeah, exactly. Like, where do you go from here?
Yeah.
And of course, time machine. Like, that's the most ridiculous thing ever.
I'm not a fan of the whole time machine.
Yeah.
Time travel concept. It's kind of like it was kind of a cheap cop out.
That's how I felt
with X-Men. What was it? Days of Future Past.
Oh yeah,
because the whole thing was such a convoluted mess that Days of Future Past was written to fix everything. It's like, well, you still kept screwing up. Like, the one off the smash hit was Logan. And then you fast forward to today with End Game. Man,
and honestly, it also just didn't make sense because it didn't follow any like time travel like lore from any.
Well, they did address it.
Yeah, but it was a one-liner. They were like, "Hey, we're not going to make our time travel make sense. How do we explain that? Oh, well, just give him this one line.
Back to the Future didn't work. Terminator didn't work. None of that. They were referencing movies and.
Yeah, exactly. They were saying that none of these movies count.
But it was at least it was in a comedic way, so I got the tone.
Yeah, but they still fucked up. I mean, like if you think about like Iron Man and how he has this future that with his daughter and with his wife and everything, and he doesn't want a chance losing them, and so that's like a real conflict there. That was interesting, and then they just explained that away, so he didn't have to worry about it. And it's like, no, you do have to worry about it if you time travel. You would lose your future. No, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It's fine. We're not going to lose anything.
Well, they did explain. Well,
they set it up that he would lose it, and they took away that he would lose it. So he really has nothing to lose. There's nothing to lose.
Well,
Well,
it wasn't the flip reverse was that it wasn't him that lost everything. It was everybody lost him.
Right.
That's the bittersweet. I mean, God, man, just the way we're not even talking into context. I'm already skipping all the way to the end and spoiler and how it all ends. But what I find the tear-jerking moment, the real tear-jerking moment, was that you realize that the MCU started with Robert Downey Jr., Tony Stark, Iron Man, and it's going to end with Tony Stark, Robert Downey Jr., and Iron Man. That's the bittersweet. You got your victory and whatnot, and
that's how I've always viewed it too. Like nobody took Marvel movies seriously, really superhero movies too seriously.
Well, they took it seriously until it started making money.
Yeah,
and I get it. It's all about the Benjamins. It's like, oh, these are lucrative. It's like, yeah, but it's not what gave it value. It's the fan base.
Right.
I'm sorry, the fan base gets all the credit, so fuck everybody. And they try to make it sexy, and I'm like, you don't have to make it sexy to make it good.
Well,
it helps. But in a nutshell, you don't have to make it sexy, which is the beautiful part about Marvel. But what I couldn't stand was, like, I think a few days after the movie was released, like, you had your SJWs coming out.
About what?
The movie wasn't gay enough. There's a scene. Yeah, I know it's
a weird thing to say.
I know. I just saw it post up, and I'm like, here we go.
It's a weird thing to want.
There's a scene where Captain America is like in this, I guess, counseling session, like in the beginning.
Okay.
Where everybody's talking about their problems and whatnot, and you got one of the Russo brothers playing one of the characters, and he's talking. I guess at first I was thinking, he's talking about his brother.
Oh, there was that gay scene. Yeah.
At first I was thinking he was talking about his brother because I kind of missed it, and then I was like, no, he's talking about his husband.
Yeah.
Or his boyfriend.
Or like it was like a guy he was on a date with.
Yeah, or his partner, because he said partner, right?
No. He was sitting there talking, and he was like, so I went on a date for the first time in a while. And he started talking about it. I was like, hey, that's what kind of date this is. All right. I didn't know. All right.
Sorry for assuming.
My bad.
It's like.
But yeah, they included that in there. So what's the problem?
Like, really wants to take it up the butt. But okay.
Well, I mean, it's his thing. He's a grown man. He's a grown man.
Not
exactly.
by love,
Whatever you're into.
It's like, hey, it's all cool. And then it was just, it was kind of weird. It's like, it wasn't gay enough. It's like, I kind of don't want my Captain America to be gay.
I mean,
if you want your Captain America to be gay, that's fine.
He would have to be like really like manly though, not like the feminine type.
Yeah, because I wouldn't see that. A feminine Captain America going up against.
Marvel, I couldn't do it.
Yeah,
But if he was still really manly and really tough, and he just so happened to like it up at the ass in his free time, not that big of a deal.
Yeah, but it wouldn't be so convincing because Agent Carter.
Well, what if he was like the giver, right? So like.
Well, he was bi?
No, like he was just like he was the guy. He was the toppy, right? So he was the guy that. So I could see that. He's like, I'm Captain America, bitch. Like I could see that.
Yeah, still sporting a shield.
Exactly. Yeah, America. Yeah, I mean,
patriotism.
It could work. What do you want to do for your country? Anyway.
But there was a what was it? I got really I wanted to get up and start cheering when Captain America became worthy
Oh yeah, that was dope.
That was it. Like I wanted, like I heard some people, I saw some people trying to keep, because you don't want to get up and start cheering and whistling and and then
you would if it was the first showing. I didn't go to a first showing.
Yeah. You knew people were gonna be screaming and cheering, but man, it was just, it was such a beautiful because back there was a lot of callbacks in this movie.
A lot, just a ridiculous amount,
which was great. It was.
I enjoyed it.
Like that was the one. That was like probably the more memorable parts. I wish it would have, but like, especially when he picked up the Moriamir, the hammer, Miriamir, meow meow, whatever.
Meow meow. What's meow meow?
Sorry.
Meow meow.
Meow meow.
Meow meow.
And then because it was definitely a straight callback from the second Avengers, I think, when they were having that competition of who could pick up the hammer, and Captain America was the only person
who kind of
like, and then you see him just kind of like,
yeah.
like, wait a minute, and I love the fresh take on the Thor, where dude, he's a dude.
Yeah, that was hilarious.
He's a dude.
That was so funny. I did not expect that at all.
It was. I mean, it was like, but because the movie takes place 5 years,
something like that,
or fast forwards after 5 years, and after the loss of half the population. I mean, you could tell they definitely took an emotional hit. Thor, failing to take out Thanos, loses more than half of the Asgardian. That was on him.
Yeah.
To make sure he got the job done. But man, even in the beginning of the scene, is like, I went for the head. Where he just whoosh, with Stormbreaker. He goes like, awesome. He was like, well, I went for the head. Yeah, I was like,
I'm surprised people were surprised. I was like, that's what you're supposed to do, right? You're supposed to let him live, like.
Well, because they needed to get the gemstones.
Yeah, but he already told them they were destroyed.
Yeah, and then
so he was just like, cool. Don't need you anymore.
Yeah, and then his daughter, God, I keep forgetting her name.
The robot bitch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Outside of that, she's actually pretty hot.
I call her Amelia Pond. That's how I was introduced to her in Doctor Who.
Really?
Yeah, Amelia Pond.
Amelia Pond. That is a cute name.
It is, isn't it? Anyway,
really
that's
cute.
How I know.
It's not even a sexy name. It's just a super cute name.
It is. It is.
Yeah.
It is.
She even confirmed, like, if one, my father's a lot of things, but he's not a liar.
And
it's just, oh fuck. I just, okay, now what? And then
I feel like they took every fan theory that was out there and they read all of them, and we were like, okay, we're not going to do any of these. Anything that's here, we will not do. So what can we do? Oh, I know what we could do. We could kill Thanos in the first 5 minutes.
Well,
we could destroy the stones, and they'd make a time machine. Then Thor, he's not going to be sexy. He's going to be fat. They were just like, anything that you thought they would do, they did the opposite. On purpose.
Yeah, but there was definitely a hard product placement in the movie.
Which one?
Fortnite.
That was awesome.
They were playing Fortnite, and you had Korg and me, It was like, hey, man. There's a guy talking really, like, he's all talking, like, they were talking, he picks up and he's like, I will go over there and I will destroy you, like, that's worse than swatting.
He's like, thanks, man. Yeah. I love that. I'm glad they put him in
Korg
the character for one little thing.
I wish there was a little bit more. Like
he needs a movie.
He's one of those characters like you just want to sit down and play games with. He's like the big brother you always wanted but could never have. It's like just he's just kind of there and then he's not there and you're just like, oh, I want to see more Korg.
I will say the one thing I didn't like about that scene, and this is just my sort of political thing that I got from it was that it was like the whole, only losers play video games thing. Like they're losers in a house drinking, and of course they're playing video games. No, most losers like sit and watch movies or sit at a bar or something. They don't.
That is a good point.
Gaming takes a lot of effort. I guess I do know a few people who are like super lazy and play video games, but games, especially Fortnite. I mean, it's an online competitive game. Yeah, you're not doing that to relax.
I wish you didn't say that because now I'm just like, I don't want to get rid of games. Part of my life, just to like
I'm
prove something.
Like, I was like, why do you have to make them play video games, man?
Well, Fortnite. I mean, it was kind of nice that it was kind of.
At least it was Fortnite. They were making fun of Fortnite. I'm fine with that.
Yeah, and to my buddy Gabe, they were playing. And it was funny because like when they had the PlayStation 4 controller, you know, because Gabe, my buddy who went to go see it with me, is a hardcore Xbox fanboy.
Okay.
You know, I'm kind of nudging him a little bit. It's like, hey, what controller is he holding? Yeah, just, what controller? Come on, just it's cool. And he's like, man. Yeah, because we're always shooting the shitter about gaming and what. He's one of like those nerd guy. You know, I wish it was here that you get to meet him and whatnot. He's like this big brawly black dude and whatnot, and he's just. You know, it's just like me standing right next to him. I feel like hey, we're like Ren and Stimpy. You know, it's just super big nerd guy, but man, it's just he tries to talk his smack, and then that's my phone again. God damn it!
I don't get it, Chau.
I'm so sorry.
No, it's fine.
Yeah.
I mean, what happens after that? After they get Thor?
The Thor. It's he's still one of the things I love about Chris Hemsworth. He still hits his marks.
Yes, he was very funny.
Like on the comedic level, like he still hits his marks. He even, even like toward the end, because he does give Valkyrie control of Asgard. You know, again, Asgard is not a place; it's where the people are.
I like that sign that said "New Asgard."
Yeah,
that's really funny to me.
I loved it when they were in the because Hulk was in the back of the truck, and then you can see him like in this little truck, just kind of like like
just hanging out.
Yeah, just like whatever. It felt like a Final Fantasy game. You know, like and there's like this, and then you see like their houses in the town. It looks very Viking like. You know, we'll go figure Norse mythology. Like now you have gods living on planet Earth. Now, and whatnot. And then it's one of those things that I don't know. There's something that scene alone did a lot. I didn't realize it, but it did a lot for me. Just small town interacting with the NPCs, you know, talking to this. Right. Yeah, I was like, oh, I'm feeling like a little RPG moment here. And then fast forward, there was a scene that I wasn't sure if I should take issue with it or just let it roll off the side. Okay. It's toward the battle. Okay. Where you have all the females.
Oh yeah, that was just cheesy.
I was kind of like
cheesy. It was fine. It was just cheesy.
Yeah, it was
like she has help.
It was like, whoa. Okay. I'm thinking like they all coordinate to get this one scene together on purpose. Like,
there's not a single guy around at all.
You know, it's like,
it just so happens to be.
Gay was nudging me. He's like, hey, look, it's the all MC. Because every time, it was kind of, every time when they, because, Brie Larson, even prior before the movie came out, she was always, talking up like directing an all women's Avengers, and she just wouldn't shut up about it on her. I'm going to use this platform to blah 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 blah. And it's just there's already a petition to get rid of her.
Really?
Oh yeah, there's a petition. It's like, dude, she's just toxic behavior.
I mean, you just don't have to.
She's
make that movie with her.
Yeah.
You
just
leave
have to
it there.
Cancel the contract. It's like, look, dude. Nobody likes you. She's the most unlikable person.
Yeah, I've seen that a lot.
Yeah,
I have seen that a lot,
and I've addressed it a lot, and I'll keep addressing it. It's like, just go, just go. Nobody likes you.
Something else I didn't like about the movie was, and don't get me wrong, I love the movie, but there's things, there's just holes when you stop to think about it, like the Gamora thing and like Captain America's sweetheart thing, like
I actually liked it.
See, but it doesn't make any sense, and it's like if as long as you don't think about it, it's fun.
There's a talking raccoon. What makes sense about that?
But it's not. I'm talking about like emotional sense. Like for example, Gamora, she died. Then they went back in time, and then she's there, but she's not the Gamora that he fell in love with. She's a different person, and she comes to the future, and she's like, "Oh, this is the guy that I was supposed to fall in love with. Are you serious?" Blah blah blah. And then what? She stays in this timeline, and what? Are they gonna be back together? He already lost his girlfriend. She's dead. So to try to just transfer his love over to this other person.
There was an argument with God. It was so nice to see Tilda Swinton back in the Supreme Sorcerer.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
She's the one who punched Dr. Banner out of Hulk.
Oh, yeah, that was really cool.
Yeah.
I enjoyed
that. You ever
that.
notice that she's got a bad habit of punching doctors around?
I never noticed that, no.
Doctor Strange was first. And then he's like,
oh yeah,
and then
okay.
you punch, and she punches like. I'm over here thinking in my head, like, you just don't like doctors? Like, what is your problem?
I think she just,
it's like, anybody with a PhD, she's going to bitch slap the spirit out of you.
It's because they're cocky.
Doctors
it's
like,
cocky.
Oh, you're science, huh? Watch this. Like, hold my beer, and she'll just bitch slap you. And it's like, God damn. Like, I just started, I did have, like, this other theory, because if you notice, there was a timeline, when she pulled the gem out, and it was just like this dark, because she said something along the lines like would unleash like so much God, I can't remember, but I mean a lot of bad things are going to happen on a cosmic level. You know, and then because Gabe was asking me, you know, like, so what happens after this? I mean, this is the end of phase 4, you know, and but if what I'm, because I, you know, obviously I'm going to see what the internet's going to say if my suspicions are in line with what everybody's thinking. And it popped in my head. It's like, you know, there's so many giant celestial bad guys out there. You know, what would be the first guy that come to mind? And I started thinking like, well, MCU or Disney just took over 20th Century Fox. And what's the one celestial that was mentioned in the 20th Century Fox universe?
You got me.
Galactus.
I don't know who that is.
A planet eater.
Oh, well, that's nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
A planet eater.
Yeah, that could happen.
You know, he's a planet. Like, I mean, you had Thanos, who was a mad titan. You know, what's the next celestial that you'd have to worry about? Well, Galactus will give you a run for your money because, you know, we've seen Ego. No, the big planet, the talking planet with Kurt Russell and Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yes.
2.
Yes.
Was it 2.0? It was 2.0, right?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
It doesn't matter. It was a good movie. It's just, yeah. So I'm thinking, you know, what is that gonna? Is this the next phase? Is moving into Galactus now? I mean, we're bringing in, you know, we've got the X-Men back into the MCU.
You know, I personally, I don't really. I know people are going to disagree with me, but I don't really see there being another phase. Like, it's over. Like, all the good actors are gone. Who the fuck is left? We got Brie Larson.
She's a good actor?
We got... I said all the good actors are gone. That's what I said. So I said, who's left? No, seriously. Like, so she might have some movies coming up.
I'm hoping her contract's going to get canceled. That's just me.
The black dude who plays the...
Chad...
Right, so he might be like taking over Captain America.
Oh, Matt,
from what we got.
Oh,
from
yeah, Falcon.
Yeah,
Falcon. Well,
right.
That's actually canon in the books.
That's fine. Doesn't matter. He's not that high caliber of an actor. Is my point. There are no high caliber actors left.
He doesn't have to be a high caliber. Like even Tom.
He does. He can't star in a movie.
Chris Evans wasn't really a high caliber actor when he started. He's known for like teen movies. That's not a high caliber.
I'm just saying.
He's known for teen movies, and then he jumps into the role of Johnny Storm and Fantastic Four, which for whatever reason I enjoyed those Fantastic Four movies, minus this latest where the fuck Fan Four Stick movie was. You didn't hear about that? Okay, good. Lucky you. It must be nice because it's forever like seared in my brain. Like
Tom Holland is like the only good actor I could see that's left.
Yeah.
So I could see Spider-Man movies moving
Chris Evans
forward.
was never Chris Evans. This movie made Chris Evans.
I mean, and you know, but that's not the point. That's not the point. I mean, Iron Man remade Robert Downey Jr. Robert Downey Jr. was a failure.
Yeah.
He was good in like the 80s.
Did you know?
And then he fell off, went to prison, and had a terrible life. Yeah. And this was his comeback. And so I'm not saying that they have to be famous beforehand. I'm saying they actually have to have a caliber of skill. And then that will take them to, like Tom Holland. Holland is like this brand new kid, but he's fucking amazing. So yes, I can see him carrying.
Falcon. I can see Falcon.
You can see Falcon by himself carrying a movie. Really.
They did it with Black Panther.
That dude's a better actor.
Black Panther. We haven't seen Falcon in his full potential yet.
I mean, I've seen it in a lot.
I have more faith. I have more faith in him.
He's always a supporting character.
I have more faith in him than Brie.
Maybe.
No.
Maybe.
Brie, I'm sorry, and I'm going to be called a sexist for it. I know it. Somebody's going to call me, oh, you're a Vanda sexist. It's like, well, I'm not. Well, you know, it's like, well.
See, I've at least seen her star in a movie, though.
This is my first time seeing her star. Well, no, I saw her star in Kong. She was great in that.
Did she in Kong?
Yeah, she was like a photographer. She was
really?
that photographer with Loki, who was the lead actor in that movie, which I thought was
to rewatch Kong again.
Yeah, she was the lead actor in that movie, and then
she was in that movie, The Room.
I didn't see that one.
Oh,
that was the first. Yeah, Kong was the first time I saw her.
It's really good. It's really well shot. It's very artsy.
Is it?
Yeah, so she does well in the arts. In her face, it's just kind of all the time. Yeah. So it works well in that because she's been kidnapped for like 6 years or something like that, and they finally find her and her new baby that she has that she's been raising this whole time, and so they finally escape this room, and it's all the drama that happens like after that. So it's her serious face like really works in that.
Just doesn't work here in the MCU.
Doesn't work in the MCU.
Yeah,
absolutely. Especially with the way they've gone with the movies.
I'm not.
They're half funny, half serious. If you can't be funny, you can't be in it.
Even I was kind of glad because I guess there was a lot of suspicion that Captain Marvel was gonna save End Game or whatever, and then I don't know, man. Like Thanos punched her so hard that she ended up at the end of the movie. I was like, not so powerful after all, And then there's been this argument like who's more powerful, Thor or Captain Marvel, and then I started thinking it's like, well, you got cosmic energy versus godlike power. So I went to go figure. I would go on the internet, look up the power grid.
Okay.
There's a power grid you can look up, and it's like on all accounts except intelligence, Thor beats out on her.
Okay.
I present to you the power grid.
Okay. Yeah. I've never seen that stuff.
Yeah.
Well, I would have to assume something like that.
Well, do you remember
for the nerds?
Do you you say that so?
No, I mean, how
so
nerdy do you have to be?
I'm pretty.
Let's look up the power grid.
God damn it.
That's fine.
Yeah,
it's fine.
There's nothing because you remember like well, I mean, I don't suppose you collected any of the Marvel cards. Oh God, I am really nerdy.
How nerdy? It's something you haven't told me, Chad.
God damn, dude. Womp womp.
Stop touching the table, please.
Sorry, God.
We've talked about this before.
Jesus, I'm sorry. And then there's
get your hands off of it.
Fuck. Put a paper.
Look where my hands are.
Yeah, around your crotch. Like I have to like. All right. Anyways,
you're just sitting weird. You're like this.
Like.
So yeah, I would want to do this too.
Okay,
but you don't have to.
I like room, all right, so I can do like my hand gestures. But there's when you collect the stop looking at my hands.
Okay.
You know, especially like that, it's just weird.
Okay.
You know, so there's when you buy these Marvel, these DC, or these cards, you flip them on the back and it tells you, gives you a little brief description, and then you can see like what their stats are.
Okay.
Kind of like a baseball card.
Okay.
Only it's a superhero card.
Yeah.
Fuck
Flex baseball cards.
You know,
Jesus, Chau. This is 1920s. Oh, the World Series. Huh? Like, what the fuck? Sorry. Yeah. Continue.
Okay. And then, so, you know, because there was like that cringy interview with Chris Hemsworth, Brie, and then I forgot the other black guy's name. I'm always forgetting the black guy's name.
It's terrible of you, Chad.
I know.
It's probably because you're a racist.
War Machine.
Racist.
War Machine. I'm just calling him the War Machine because he's awesome. We love him.
War Machine is the guy with the...
You can't remember his name?
The flappies?
No, that's Falcon.
It's Falcon.
You can't even remember the character's name.
War Machine. Are you talking about the guy that's with Iron Man?
Yeah.
See, I was calling him... Like,
is it because they're black and they all look the same?
No, it's because he got replaced by one of my favorite actors.
You can't even remember his name. Why? Because he's
God
black. And then
it's not 'cause he's black.
Is it
Howard? Is it Howard?
I don't know.
The first Iron Man.
War Machine.
The character of War Machine was in there.
In the first Iron Man movie.
But it was a different person.
Right. Yeah, I remember.
The guy who stars in that movie.
There was because he was shit talking. There was an interview I vaguely remember. Like he was shit talking Robert Downey. You know.
Was he?
Mm-hmm.
I heard that it's because he wanted more money. Or something.
He did.
They were just like, we can replace you.
Yeah, he did. He did want more money. That was also part of it. But he also came out publicly, was talking trash about talking Robert Downey Jr. in the end.
Why?
He took it really personal. You know, he felt like he got backstabbed, and you know his emotions were running high. I mean, you could see it in his eyes. Like, yeah, he's really upset. When you get upset, you're gonna start saying shit, and it got so bad to the point where MCU and it wasn't technically MCU yet. during Iron Man. I think it was like took a few more movies before it became officialized as Marvel Cinematic Universe.
Okay.
But the lawyers at Marvel and Robert had to reach out and say, hey, you better take it down a notch, because they were going to start threatening lawsuits because they got to the point where a lot of things that he was saying was going to be libel. Because things that were completely untrue. It's just like, look, we get it. You're upset. Things didn't work out. But don't publicly start making up bullshit if that wasn't the case. And what I did, but there's a little happy ending to the story. Robert did reach out, made amends, hashed it out, and they're still good buddies. Okay.
Well, I like him a lot. He's in a lot of good stuff. He's a really good actor. I did read an article about him one time when it was saying that he likes to always challenge himself. So he liked to take roles that he's never done before, and so that's why he did Iron Man. Yeah. But I think that was one of his excuses on why he wasn't doing a second one. He's like, well, I've already done it, so.
Really?
Moving on.
Yeah. He didn't think he was going to do another one.
I don't know. Yeah. But
because they didn't sign him up for a multi-contract.
I guess not.
It was just a one movie, and they were like, whoa, this is...
I don't think they knew that movie was going to do that well.
Well, superhero movies before Iron Man wasn't, except with the exception of Blade.
And Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man was pretty big.
Yeah.
It was pretty big.
I did watch it a while back. It's a lot more campy than I remembered.
Yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I thought it was kind of, I guess when I was a kid, I guess it was like, this is really cool. And I come back and watch it. It's like, maybe it didn't really hold up.
There's some cheesy stuff in it and stuff. But like the guy that's his boss at the newspaper place. I love that guy. He was so fucking funny in that movie.
He's the best meme ever.
How about some meat? I'll send you some Thanksgiving meat. Best I can do. It's fucking great. I love him.
He's the best meme ever. I love his face, especially when it's a GIF. Moving forward with going past phase. Well, actually, they were saying Spider-Man: Homecoming is supposed to be the end of Phase 4.
I don't know what that means when you say Phase 4.
There's so Phase 1 was between I don't remember the actual package, but between Iron Man and I guess Civil War was Phase 1 and 2, and then moving forward then Phase. And then after that, Affinity Avengers, the first Avengers was Phase 3. Okay. And then going, there's different. They group them up, and then
okay. I didn't realize they grouped them up like that.
Yeah, they so it leads into a big, kind of everything has led up to now, kind of phase, and then so I don't know, after End Game, will I be emotionally invested in these series as I once was? Probably not.
I think they would have to make some new characters.
Well, they got plenty.
Yeah, I mean, like you're talking in the comics and stuff. Yeah, that's what I mean. They would have to do that and start something fresh, because otherwise, I don't who's that guy with the machine gun? That always has the machine gun with the long hair. They were saying he's supposed to be in some movies in the future, but I'm just like, I don't even know who that guy is.
Long hair machine gun.
In Black Panther, he's just running down the field with his machine gun.
Oh, you're talking about Bucky? Bucky?
I guess.
You didn't even know who Falcon and War Machine were.
I mean, I know who they are. I know who they are. But I'm saying this guy's supposed to have a movie, really? Or the chick with the fire stuff, the red stuff. I could actually kind of see her in a movie.
Which chick?
She has the powers where she does stuff.
Scarlet Witch.
Sure. Yes, Scarlet Witch.
Okay. Yep. Whose brother died.
Yes.
And
yes.
The second, who's Quicksilver. And if you didn't know, they are the daughter and son of Magneto. You didn't know that either. It's fine.
Why would I know that?
Oh my god.
They've been in the movies for all of 30 seconds. No.
No. Captain Marvel has been on the movie for 30 seconds. At least there was something interesting with these characters.
There was actually her whole her rage towards Thanos at the end. I thought was dope as shit.
Yeah, no, it was a good fight scene.
That was a cool fight scene.
And then she got punched.
Yeah. I enjoyed her 30 seconds.
It was kind of it was funny because I noticed when they were fighting against each other toward the end, it was when she got punched, it's because Gabe was not happy with Captain Marvel, you could see it. And then when he got punched and sent her that way, me and his head were just
yep.
Bye, Felicia. I was like, damn. And then, and it was funny because oh man, it was when they all came in to back up Captain America. you know, it was funny because I go, Gabe, and he's like, what? He's like, your people finally showed up, you know, with all the Wakandans, and he's like, man, he was like, bruh, it was like, I know that was racist.
that whole scene was, you know, fan service. It was like we have to show everyone who's ever been.
You had the surviving Asgardian soldiers. I was like, oh, they're so back,
right?
And then you have Wong, you know, he comes out, and then he's like, you know, Doctor Strange is like, is that everybody? He's like, what, you wanted more?
Right, that's too many people.
It was like, come on, dude. I'm spinning out hundreds and hundreds of like portals for you, and you want more? Like, what's wrong with you? You know? I love his humor. It's just, I wish they would have had a little bit more Wong because man, he's such an icebreaker in a tense moment.
He's funny. He's funny. I like him.
The librarian.
You know, but he couldn't carry a movie. That's all I'm saying.
I know.
Just like most of these other characters couldn't. Like,
well, how do you carry? You know, one of the defining moments is when Captain America finally said, "Avengers Assemble."
Yeah.
He finally fucking said it. You know, I don't think Gabe didn't really read the comics. He was more of a DC fanboy. You know, and then, you know, me being the Marvel fanboy, it's like, he finally said it. Like, it was like, I would say that right there is the end game for me.
Okay.
Because not once have I heard Captain America say, Avengers Assemble, but the way he said it is like,
Didn't you think it was stupid how Iron Man got the jewels at the end? Maybe I need to rewatch it because I was completely confused. I still don't get it, and I don't understand how they couldn't do that the whole time. Or with like 5 people holding Thanos down, they couldn't do it. But Iron Man by himself just...
Well, it was
tricked him? What?
It was a plan.
That was not the plan. The plan for Captain Marvel to get punched away, and if Iron Man doesn't kill himself, then they're gonna lose. Well, was not the plan.
It was out of desperation.
So,
no, because
what
like
did he do? I'm confused.
Because they had a plan. Because like after what I could probably easily address that in Infinity Wars, they had a plan. Like it was carefully planned out.
Right.
Now they're in a desperate situation where they don't know what the fuck they're doing.
Right.
They're messing around with time. Like this is this gonna work? You know, I don't know.
But what I'm saying is the actual act, like the act of taking the stones. How did that happen?
Oh, where he just rips it right off.
Why could that not have happened sooner?
Nanotechnology.
What do they explain it? Because I don't really understand it. It's just Thanos goes up to snap his fingers and it doesn't work, and then Robbie Jr. is like, "Haha, I got them all." So why didn't you do that an hour ago? What the fuck? Where have you been?
Because you remember,
Jesus Christ.
Because Robert or Tony or Iron Man asked Doctor Strange, is like, you know, because he said, if I told you,
then you wouldn't do it.
Yeah.
Or that you wouldn't happen, is what he said. Yeah. Which, I understand, but it seems like it was really easy to trick Thanos. I don't know why he couldn't have done it.
No, well, you had to go back in the other movies because, like, remember, Strange had the time gem, and he can see multiple ways of how things go.
No, I know. This is irrelevant. It's completely irrelevant.
No, it is irrelevant because he couldn't tell him.
It doesn't matter if he could tell him or not. The point is he thought of it on his own. Kind of like the time travel thing. Out of desperation. Kind of like the time travel thing.
Yeah.
You know, he's like, I can't do that. Time travel's impossible.
I'm not.
Oh, you know what? I have some free time. About 5 minutes. Time travel. Boom. Turns out it is possible. Who would have known if I just thought about it for 5 minutes? Like, and that's what the Thanos thing was at the end.
I don't know if you were like, no, this was out of desperation. Like, he acted out of desperation, and then because you could see in his face, it was really. The thing
is desperation, though. How many times have they fought this guy? No, and it's the end of the world if he snaps his fingers.
Well, desperation.
Every time is
desperation can escalate into like, I'll just make the ultimate sacrifice. You know, one of the great. Speaking of ultimate sacrifices, it was really heartbreaking to say goodbye to Black Widow.
Yes, I wish she had more of a story. I don't know if maybe a full movie, but
no. They said they've already green. Well, at least from what I've read on the internet, because you never know. They've greenlit a movie. I'm gonna assume it's a prequel.
Right.
Like it has to be a prequel.
You would think.
She's so beloved.
And see, prequels aren't as cool to me because like you already know she dies.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, I mean,
they're fine.
Prequels are more like let's add some more substance, to the character.
I do wish she had a movie because she's a great actress and she deserves some time to shine. You know.
Yeah. Less Captain Marvel.
I like her voice.
More. You know, I would say this. Like, I wish these SJWs would put Scarlett Johansson as the front line as a representative for their.
Yeah, I'd be much more down with that.
Feministic agenda. It's like I would back that.
I would back
that real quick. She's been there through thick and thin. She's gotten her ass kicked multiple times. And by the way, she's just a regular human being with no superpower who can hang with these boys. That to me says a lot more.
Right.
Than cosmic powers that just feels like pew 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 boom, I'm powerful. Like, get the fuck out of here.
You know, I still haven't seen the movie, so
God, it's I'm trying to like get it out of my head. It's just like, well, leave me alone. Like, it's just there, and it's just God. Sorry, I'm a little upset.
Well, Chad, I think we might be out of time.
Yeah, we are. We're gonna. You know what? I definitely want to say thank you, Marvel, for such a wonderful 11 years, 20 movies.
Yeah.
Well, 22 movies. It's been an awesome ride. Definitely looking forward to the next phase and see what it could lead into. Can't guarantee I'll be as emotionally invested in. Yeah. But also we did put something together, a little montage to celebrate the 22 years. Wait, no, 11 years, 22 movies. So hopefully, thank you for you guys.
Am I going to be in it?
What are we going to call you?
I don't know. Just put me in it somehow. Make me a superhero, Chau.
Oh, man, that's a lot of work.
You can, like, Photoshop me into a scene.
Yeah, with the dude. The Big Lebowski. Well, that's what they call Thor.
Oh. Yeah, put me on Thor's face. That'd be really funny.
I could see that work. So, guys, I'm Chau, checking out. And this is the end. Yeah. Please enjoy the video. We'll see you guys next time.
You're the one that's phone rang twice.
I know. I just like.
I can do what I want.
Back!